Recruitment is not just about filling vacancies. It's about building the foundation of your organization's future. Every new hire brings with them not just skills, but also temperament, behavioral patterns, emotional triggers, and decision-making styles. Traditional hiring methods, like resumes and interviews, are often not enough to understand the real person behind the application. This is where facial profiling steps in as a game-changing tool. It empowers hiring managers, recruiters, and decision-makers to see beyond the surface and select candidates who not only qualify but align. Imagine this. Two candidates walk in for an interview. Both are qualified. Both have impressive resumes. One has the technical expertise. The other has a more collaborative personality. Who do you choose? If the role requires team coordination and empathy, the latter might be a better fit, despite a slightly less glamorous resume. But how do you uncover that during a 30-minute conversation? That's where understanding facial cues can change everything. It adds a dimension to hiring that is often missed in standard interviews. Let's break this down further. A candidate with a pronounced chin and wide jawline likely exhibits persistence, mental strength, and the ability to handle pressure. If you're hiring for a high-stress operations role, this person may thrive under challenges. On the other hand, someone with a softer jawline and a heart-shaped face might be more emotionally attuned and better suited for roles in human resources or customer care where empathy is essential. Facial profiling is not about making assumptions. It's about reading behavioral predispositions based on validated structures. A person's forehead, as discussed earlier, is a strong indicator of their thinking style. Vertical foreheads signify long-term strategic thinkers. A slanted forehead often reflects a more reactive, quick-thinking personality. If your organization is hiring for a planning or analytics position, a vertical forehead suggests someone who thrives with time to analyze and plan. Conversely, for dynamic roles like sales, where reactions need to be quick and adaptive, a more sloped forehead could indicate a better fit. Aligning cognitive style with job demand improves performance and job satisfaction. Eyebrows are powerful indicators during interviews. Straight brows indicate a preference for facts and logic. These candidates are driven by data. If your role is technical, engineering-based, or compliance-related, these candidates bring clarity and precision. On the other hand, candidates with arched brows often rely on intuition and are people-focused. These are ideal for roles that require persuasion, like marketing, brand communication, or negotiation. When you can align not just skills but personality type with the role, you create harmony instead of friction. Even the eyes tell a story. Wide-set eyes typically belong to people who see the big picture. These individuals may perform well in strategic planning, innovation, or leadership roles that require future thinking. Close-set eyes suggest a focus on detail and routine. This eye structure correlates with people who are diligent, structured, and thorough. Placing such individuals in roles that require accuracy, such as finance, auditing, or quality assurance, will not only increase productivity, but also improve retention. The nose plays a surprisingly crucial role in profiling for leadership versus support roles. A long nose may reflect someone who values responsibility and independence. These individuals dislike being micromanaged and prefer taking initiative. For managerial or creative roles, this is a huge asset. A shorter nose might indicate someone who seeks validation and support from peers or supervisors. This does not mean they are weak. It means they thrive better in guided environments and collaborative teams. The lips also offer useful insights. A candidate with fuller lips may be naturally expressive and excel in communication-heavy roles. They often come across as warm, engaging, and confident in social settings. Thin-lipped individuals may prefer roles that require precision, concentration, and fewer distractions. They are often more private, serious, and committed to process-driven work. The idea is not to box people, but to use these signals to assess alignment with job demands and team dynamics. Cheekbones often reflect influence. High cheekbones suggest individuals with presence and charisma. These candidates naturally draw attention and influence decisions. In leadership pipelines, such traits can be leveraged. Low cheekbones indicate individuals who are often behind-the-scenes contributors. They work without seeking credit and maintain group harmony. Every organization needs both, but identifying who fits where can prevent mismatches and disengagement later on. Facial symmetry is another fascinating aspect. Studies show that symmetrical faces often reflect balanced thinking and emotional stability. In high-stakes environments, such individuals can be the calm in the storm. Asymmetry, while more common, may point to creative thinking and unique problem-solving approaches. Such individuals break patterns and innovate. For startups and innovation roles, they bring unmatched value. Another critical yet subtle feature is the mouth corners. Mouths that turn upward suggest optimism and positivity. Candidates like this lift team morale and manage conflict with grace. Downturned corners might indicate realism or cautiousness. This is not a flaw. It could be a strength in roles that require risk mitigation or strategic thinking. The more aware you are of these signals, the less likely you are to make costly hiring errors. In recruitment, every bad hire is expensive, not just financially, but emotionally and culturally. A single mismatch can disturb team harmony and damage your employer brand. Facial profiling offers a preventive lens. It helps you look past rehearsed interview answers and polished resumes. It helps you see the real person, their energy, tendencies, and potential. Combined with other tools like CV parsing and behavioral tests, it becomes a holistic hiring system. Facial profiling also reduces unconscious bias. Instead of relying on gut instinct or first impressions, you rely on structured, observable markers. You develop a more empathetic, informed, and inclusive hiring practice. And the results? Higher retention, better performance, and a more resilient team culture. In the end, recruitment is not just about finding someone who can do the job. It's about finding someone who belongs, who resonates with your values, adapts to your culture, and contributes with heart and skill. Facial profiling makes this process more intentional, strategic, and human-centered. So next time you sit across from a candidate, don't just ask questions. Observe, decode, understand. Because every face tells a story, and the best hires are not just chosen. They are understood. In our next episode, we'll explore how facial profiling transforms team dynamics and interpersonal relationships in the workplace. You'll discover how to avoid clashes, boost collaboration, and build emotionally intelligent teams using the science of faces. Until then, keep observing and keep leading with insight.